My name is Mwai, and I'm so glad and delighted that you could join me in this very brief video broadcast. I want to challenge somebody, I want to encourage somebody through what I have entitled Stop Running. Stop Running. The story of Jonah is very, very well known to us. It's one of those stories that is very intriguing. But I just want to grab a few nuggets, from that particular story that I'm sure will be very, very useful for you. See, we are told in Jonah chapter 1 in verse 3, but Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed for Tarshish. He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for that port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord. Then the Lord sent a great wind on the sea, and such a violent storm arose that the ship threatened to break up. All the sailors were afraid, and each cried out to his own God, and they threw the cargo into the sea to lighten the ship. Now, just a little background to that, you know that the Lord had actually spoken to Jonah, and he had told Jonah, go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah ran away instead, and he went to got a ship that was headed in the opposite direction to a city called Tarshish. Now, this may have seemed to be just a very easy decision for Jonah, because after all, it was between him and the Lord. But as a result, he ended up endangering the lives of other people, innocent people who didn't even know, were not even part of this conversation, but their lives were actually put in danger because of one man's decision. Now, this applies to us in many, many ways. There's so many times. In fact, I think as I'm speaking, there are some of you who are actually running. You are running from one thing or the other, and you can fill in the blanks for yourself. Some of you are running from ghosts, making decisions based on temporary situations. Some of you have walked away from very lucrative positions, from very good opportunities. Some of you have walked away from family, you have walked away from friends, you have walked away from certain situations. You have even walked away from a church situation, maybe because something happened, maybe because you got hurt, you got offended, maybe you didn't agree with somebody, maybe like Jonah, you didn't like what the Lord or where that thing was leading. See, Jonah, of course, is a prophet. He didn't like what God was telling him. He didn't want to go to Nineveh. And it was like a disagreement between him and the Lord, and he thought he would actually run away from the Lord. But look at what happened to Jonah. And the whole story, of course, you know how it all ended up. But very important, Jonah's decision affected people who are very innocent. Listen, stop running. Stop running, because the decisions that you make, the decisions that I make, I have to remember, I have to be cognizant to the fact that my decisions will affect people around me. They will affect my family. They will affect my children. They will affect my wife. If I just walk away from a job because, I didn't agree with my boss, or maybe because I got offended, or maybe because I didn't get my way, it's going to affect my family one way or the other. If I just walk away from church, for instance, and because, I couldn't get my way, or maybe I did something and I refused to be accountable, I may think I'm just walking away, but it's going to affect other people. It's going to hurt other people. I just want to encourage somebody, please stop running. As a child of God, remember that every decision you make will affect somebody. I know in the world, the mantra is, do what you want to do. Do what you think is right for you. Do you. You know that mantra, oh no, you need to do you. In other words, the world will always want to encourage us and push us to be concerned about ourselves. It's about my rights. It's about what I want. It's about what makes me happy. It's about what works for me. But sometimes we forget that in my pursuit of that which only makes me happy, I forget that there are people around me. There are people in my life. There are people who God has stationed in my life. And the decisions, the choices that I make will affect them. So I have to stop running. I have to stop running from my own issues, from my own ghosts. The reason why people run, the reason why people sometimes take off in the opposite direction or make certain decisions so quickly and so rashly is because we are dealing with our own issues. There are issues unresolved in us. Some of us is because maybe we have faced so much rejection in our lives. We are afraid of being rejected. Maybe I made that decision because I'm trying to protect myself from further hurt and pain. Maybe I made that decision because I feel insecure. Maybe I made that decision because of one reason. You can fill in the blanks for yourself. There's a reason why we make certain decisions, such rash decisions, only to realize somewhere down the line, I should not have done that. I should not have resigned. I should not have sent that text message. I should not have reacted in that way. I should not have told those people off the way that I did. I should have just done what the Lord wanted me to do. I should have hanged in there a little while longer. Sometimes people end up walking away from their blessings because they're running. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I know you're there. Stop running. Slow down. Take stock of yourself. Interrogate certain decisions that you're about to make. Before you make those decisions, give it some time. Pray about it. Talk to somebody. Talk to a counselor. Talk to your pastor. Stop running. You will save yourself and probably others around you a lot of heartache and a lot of pain if only you will stop running. Please, I ask you, share this video. If you're blessed, if you've received something from it, and I know you have, share with somebody, share with others who probably may also benefit from it. God bless you. Until next time.